Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot.
It sure is. Thanks, David. Early part of the season, Brett, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14 years.
I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the offseason and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improved the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Great one out there at Bledsoe. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for Cleveland, Nance and Love are the bigs. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Porter. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and the ball falls right into it.
Now here is Holiday. Love outside. Kicks to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Holiday against Bledsoe. And Porter, here we go. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond. Plenty of space. And that one goes long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And that one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Holiday, the pass to Love. Now here's Beal. Down low. The kick out to Porter. And Cleveland turns it over again. And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they've played great basketball, no doubt about it. Do they have more potential than they've showed us thus far? No question about it.
And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, earning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span. And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
And here's Holiday. 8 points his last outing. The pass to Beal. Pulls from the top of the key. Milwaukee with the rebound. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Drummond passes to the great one. Here's Antetokounmpo. Drummond finds Antetokounmpo. Here's the great one. The three ball doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Bledsoe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second bucket.
Well, he can only do so much against EB out there. Bledsoe remarkable when it comes to finishing through the D.
Back to Love. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. 6-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. They ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Bledsoe with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Drummond, and Drummond is right there.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside, Beal. Passes it to Porter. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's the great one. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Bledsoe against Holiday. Love outside. No good on the 3.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pass to Beal. Porter looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Beal. Takes a 3. Can't hit that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Love against Antetokounmpo. There's Beal with the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Holiday finds Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Bledsoe. Here's the great one, guarded by Holiday. To the inside. Here's Drummond. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing?
It's Beal on the wing. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up from 19. That's good on the jump shot.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's the great one, and it's Melly in at the center, filling out the middle. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Beal dishes to Porter. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Inside, here's Verney. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Middleton outside. And there's the pass to the great one. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Knicks was on a mission. He finished with 47 points. He was in a groove all game long, from both the free throw line and behind the arc. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll take on John Wall and the Chicago Bulls. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
From the arc, drills it from outside. He's got 6.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
The shot's good from the great one.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Cleveland. The Bucks also with the sub. Drummond's checked in. Beal gets a wide open look. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. The feed to Drummond. Banked in off the glass. Drummond's got 8 points.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
And Holiday kicks to Love. Outside, Beal. To the middle. Outside, Porter. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Pass to the great one. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Bucks lead by 20.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Outside, Beal. With some arc, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Middleton against Porter. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Porter with the steal. Antetokounmpo against Saric. Outside, Porter. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's out to the wing. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Holiday, the pass to Beal. Outside, Porter lets it go from deep. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton, the great one. Chalk up 2 there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Outside, Beal. Love trying to break loose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Beal. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Free throw good from the great one. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dishes to Beal. It's Drummond with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kicks it to Middleton. Pass to Drummond. Clock at 6. Now the pass to the great one. On the wing, Giannis. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Shots good from the great one. The great one's got 18 points in the game.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
It's stolen. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something.
5 seconds left here in the second. Holmes, good.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And so it's Milwaukee way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. Defensive. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Hands in love with the big. Then it's Porter. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Great One. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Beal from long range. The shot will not fall. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Giannis passes to the Great One. And Giannis throws it down.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Up top, Porter. It's Beal on the wing. 5 on the clock, and it's off from three-point range. Milwaukee's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And the dunk by Giannis.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Drummond. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Holiday, the pass to Nance. Over Bledsoe. The shot's good from Nance.
Well, the more he hits that, the more it's going to open up some opportunities and some spacing for Larry Nance Jr. to make plays.
Bledsoe outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Basket counts. 20 points for Giannis.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Love outside. Outside, Beal. Shoots from 14. That's in there. Love with the assist. 11 points for Beal.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Kept alive, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Holiday kicks to Porter. Back to Holiday. Inside. Here's Beal. Count that one. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Outside Holiday, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Drummond passes to the Great One. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's guarded by Love to the inside. Here's Middleton, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
Middleton out there thinking about the game, and that helps out.
The Bucks shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Bucks, Motley out there with Joe Harris. Then there's the great one. Then there's Valentine. And there's the bucket from Motley.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunity.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And the Bucks with possession here. Passes it to the great one. From 13, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Buries it from three-point range.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
At the elbow, it's Valentine. Pass to the great one. Just 5 on the clock. Harris kicks to Valentine. In the air. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That free throw good from the great one. And for Middleton, he was drafted in the second round by Detroit. Brent, they sent him to the G League, which he says was the turning point for him.
Well, I think he just got hungrier and realized there was a self-awareness part of this that he needed to grow and he needed to maybe adjust some of his work habits. Went from an overlooked second-round pick to an NBA All-Star, Kevin. I would call that great focus. And now he wants to be a consistent performer on a nightly basis to lead this team to championship level.
But he stays with it. Pass to Holiday. Here's Schultz, and it's good from the elbow.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
To the wing on the left. Here's the great one, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Motley the pass to the great one. He kicks it to Valentine. The pass to the great one. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Motley no good. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Passes it to Schultz. Lays it up and banks it in.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Pass to Valentine. Here's the great one. Nance with some nice D. Cavaliers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Schultz passes to Holiday. Outside for Beal. That 3 off the mark.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options. qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The pass to Schultz. Nance outside. Here's Verney. The rebound by the Bucks. Harris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes to the great one. Back to Harris. Fires from deep. The rebound by Harden.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Cavaliers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Verney buries the long-range jumper.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Timeout called. The Bucks. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Nance down low. Nice D from the great one. Holiday dishes to Nance. And a wide open look for Porter. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
They get a hand on it. Love against Drummond. Love kicks to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. The great one passes to Middleton. Finished off the break.
So Chris Middleton recognizing the transition opportunity and taking off down the court to get ahead of everybody.
Bledsoe against Holiday. Nance outside. Pass to Love. Fast break. Milwaukee goes up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that. Sharch dishes to Beal. Outside Porter for three. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to McLeod. Here's Motley. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Down low, 6 to shoot. Here's Drummond. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Saric. Valentine grabs the board. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 47% here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Back to Harden. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Motley. 6-second difference between the shot and game plan. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here is Kerr. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's the great one. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying...
All right, well, look, my point, Hornet, is that the game changes. Hit a ball. I don't want to hear it. Drawing contact is